effing with me. A couple of dimes will respect mine. Always shine. Secrets of this society. I promise victory. R.I.P. Mom and Pop. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. You know what it is. E-complete in the hizzy. What's up, good people? How y'all doing? It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. How you feeling tonight? Man, it has been a busy day. I don't know if anybody's on live in the chat, but say hello. Happy Cancer season. It's the summer solstice. Came in, just an hour or two ago. And this is the start of Cancer season. All right. And the summer solstice is a powerful time and powerful energy. We're rocking with that Sagittarius moon, right? In between the square to Saturn and Neptune. And remember, it's, right now it's squaring Saturn. We'll square Neptune more tomorrow late afternoon, because we have the Capricorn full moon coming off the energy of the summer solstice, which is really powerful because it gets more magnified, right? The sun is setting. Hopefully you guys got my newsletter, 7:40, the longest day of the year. And then really it will stay setting at 7:41 all the way to the 29th of June. I thought that was fascinating. But Cancer is a cardinal water sign. And yes, we still are in the energy of the Cusp of Magic, which this year, because it's a leap year, is going from June. Sorry, just trying to fix my new mic. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. Check. The summer solstice, the Cusp of Magic is going from June 18th to the 22nd, right? A lot of years it's the 19th to the 23rd, but because we're in a leap year, it's the 18th to the 22nd. All right. And so we'll get into that Gemini Cancer cusp energy. It's Cancer season, and the Gemini, somebody in there? Hey, how you guys doing? Say hello. The Gemini birth chart sale ends tonight at midnight on the West Coast. Okay. So if you still are Gemini Sun Moon Rising 101 or 202, you can book that chart reading. And the Cancer birth chart sale begins today. Okay, Lucy. So that's $103, 65 minutes live over Zoom. Okay, the natal chart, solar return, or secondary progression. Or you can pick up the 202, the custom video summary, which is a mini movie of your life. I don't know if anyone's live. I didn't see any comments, so I don't know if.
Looks like we have 6 people.
Okay, 6 people. Hello, well, say hello, comment.
How are you?
And that custom video summary is a mini movie of your life, along with audio transit recordings and videos of your planetary placements for $202. So that's for Cancer the Crab. But, it's Cancer season. We got to celebrate it. And with this solstice and the start of Cancer season in the northern hemisphere, it's summer, right? And in the southern hemisphere, our friends in Australia and New Zealand, they're celebrating the official start of winter. Okay. So it's really a powerful time, having the sun go for the longest stretch today. And almost just as long tomorrow. I think the sunrise may be, just a minute later. So that's why the solstice on the 20th is the longest official day. But like I said, until the 29th, you will have the sun setting at 7:41 p.m. Eastern, or 7:41 p.m. everywhere, right? So it's Pacific and same thing with the Eastern. But this is a really fascinating energy. And I encourage you guys watching and people on the replay, definitely sign up for my newsletter. I just sent out a really cool one and informative, and I've already gotten compliments on it, and designed by the amazing Alana Taylor, Pisces Mercury. And she just makes it look so beautiful and just so insightful. You could see my isms, information on the solstice, Cancer birth chart sale, the Capricorn full moon. Make sure you guys go watch that video to help you really understand the energy for tomorrow, because it's positive and there's some challenges, right? We've got an out of sign T-square, cardinal T-square, with Neptune in there at Pisces 29th degree. But we're also dealing with, this energy all in Cancer, right? And it's at 1 degree. And so the lunar mansions behind it, right? With the Capricorn full moon at 1 degree, you're dealing with the lunar mansion of the sun, okay? And that goes all the way up to the 9th degree. The 10th degree, we have the moon. And then for Cancer, with the water sign coming off the Gemini air, we're dealing with, I think it's actually Mars, okay? So that's just, really just for the part of it. But, really when you're having the 1 degree and all these ones with this Capricorn full moon, and it's one of two, because July 21st at 29 degree, we have back-to-back months of Capricorn full moons, which is my moon. So I think it's really deep. My mother-in-law as well. So it's really speaking to, you look at the chart ruler of the moon, which is Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn in astrology, and it's in Pisces. This one's at 19 degrees. The next one, though, will be retrograde. And that segues into what we'll be talking about this Saturday at Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon Eastern, 2 hours for $20. I will be teaching a lesson on the 12 houses in the zodiac wheel in the natal birth chart, really exposing them, explaining the deep meanings. Each house represents to about 20 to 40 different things and meanings. Very detailed and intricate. And then the second hour as a group, and people are coming from all over the world, so you don't want to miss this. And if you can't come live, you can pay the $20 and receive the recording and the videos and all the graphics as well. But the second hour, we're looking at Saturn retrograde in Pisces on June 30th, which is our 16th year anniversary of marriage.
Is it really?
Saturn goes retrograde on our anniversary, June 30th. So
I know June 30th is our birthday.
yeah, but Saturn goes retrograde, yeah.
So that's next Saturday.
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, Saturn goes retrograde.
Not the best of dates.
So you want to come to Coffee Talk so you can really understand this energy, because it plays out from June 30th to November 15th. So it's like about 5.5 months. So you definitely want to look at that chart and come to Coffee Talk. People are already signing up. So sign up tonight, sign up tomorrow. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Same thing for the Gemini or Cancer birth chart sale. Just email me directly. You could pay Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, right? And get it going. So I'm really excited just for everything that's going on. And today was, well, let's see if, you guys are watching. You're going to comment, say hi, right? Well, let me get into, well, before I continue on, because I wanted to get into the Cusp of Magic before we really set into Cancer season. Do you have anything you want to share with the people?
Well, I am feeling so much better. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Noe, how are you?
Hey, there's Noe.
I just wanted to thank everybody who has reached out and just really wished me
very
well.
kind, very
My
kind.
black eyes are almost gone. I mean, they're still, I guess they're still pretty, but they're a lot lighter than they were, because they were all over. My big bump, there's just a little bit of a bump left. So
Well,
it's almost gone.
tell the people who may not have heard or known what happened. Because some people may not know.
I went hiking, and I love hiking, and I want to just anyway. So right now in Arizona, it's getting hot, so I don't particularly like the heat. Knowing loves the heat, but I don't particularly like the heat, and so I got up extra early.
And you may need to come closer to the mic, just so you know.
So I could get on there.
Knowing, how are you hearing us? Are we coming in clear?
And I
got a new microphone, so I just want to make sure.
So I got all the way up to the viewpoint that I wanted to be at. There's like this cool little area, and I sat there and I was meditating. I was all by myself. It was just so beautiful. I'm toning, and the bees are actually coming and buzzing around my head as I'm toning. It's like the coolest thing ever, right? So then I'm done. I meant to take a picture, so somebody put this really cool poem on a rock as you enter this space, which I forgot to take. Anyways, next time. And I'm starting to go back, and I'm like, well, we got a meeting in the morning. We got all these things going on. So I'm like, I'm trying to hurry up. And she said, we are clear.
All right, cool.
And I started jogging, feeling myself, feeling good. And there you go. Yes, and the bees were amazing. And there you go. I don't know if I tripped or I hit the wrong thing. I tumbled head first, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And if anybody's here in Arizona, our trails are very rocky, lots of rocks. And I was like, and it's so funny when you have this happen because it goes to slow motion.
Too much for me. I can't even do it.
Total slow motion. And I'm like, oh no, I think I'm not going to be able to catch myself. I think I'm going to fall. And then bam, I remember seeing the rock coming right at my face and just bam, and it hit right here on my forehead. And so I sat up. First thing I realized, I was like, okay, I'm not spacey because I've had a concussion before. So I'm like, okay, good. No concussion. All right. I look down, my knee is just bleeding everywhere. Both my knees got banged up, but one got banged up more than the other, my whole left side. And then
poor wifey.
Yeah. So banged my knee. And then, okay, this is what's really crazy. Does anybody know what a jumping cholla is? Okay, look it up, jumping cholla cactus. They are these prickly cactuses, and they grow in little balls. So they're basically like a ball of spikes. Okay,
a spike ball.
And they're spikes that are they have barbs on them. So when they go in and then they interact with your body heat and they expand, and then they have the barbs that make them even harder to take out.
So like it locks in.
I had a couple here in my hand, and I was able to pull those out. They were hard, and I'm like assessing like my legs or anything. I'm like, oh, I got a big bump here. And then I felt that my head hurt over here, and I felt this. I had a jumping cholla stuck in my head, and I could not get it out. So I'm sitting there on the ground, like, what am I gonna do? And
see, and knowing knows about jumping cholla. She's in Arizona.
They look right into you. So I'm looking around, and I pick up two rocks, and so I'm sitting there getting real Robinson Crusoe up in there. And with these two rocks, and I pull this.
She's a nature girl. She's tough.
I mean, let me tell you something. I was like, strong like bull. And but anyway, so I got up. I still had 2.5 miles to get back out to my car, and so I hiked out. What was really crazy to me is I'm hiking out. My leg is still bleeding. I've got blood running down my leg. I passed about 13 to 15 people.
So you originally told me about 7 or 8. That's what I shared in the meeting.
But
that's okay.
Anyway, I passed.
But there was one nice little woman.
I passed all these people, and nobody said anything to me except for this one woman, and she offered to walk me back. And by that point, I still had about another 1.5 miles to go. But I was like, you know what? I can do it. Don't you just continue your trip, because I could walk. And I got.
But that was sweet of her, and it showed 1 out of 14. I thought it was 1 out of 8 has humanity.
What I found really crazy about it, and this is just because everything for me at this juncture seems like a spiritual lesson. I'm like, what am I going to learn today? Besides the fact that bees like when you tone, I learned, just to look, open our eyes, and just look at the humanity around us.
See other humans, huh?
Take that time to just look. And that's all, because we're shut down so much, or so many people are shut down. You guys aren't, because you're here. And being that you're here because you're open. And but we still need to make sure that we're always looking out for those around us and finding ways to really serve humanity in whatever small ways that we can. So anyways, that's that. And let's see. So knowing is here. Thank you, Fran. And Urban Truth Seeker 82 loves Arizona.
Hey, Urban Truth Seeker.
Do you live here or you just love it because you've been here? But it is a pretty cool place.
It
it's
is
funny.
really cool.
I think about when we first moved out here, we didn't even know. And we have grown to really love Arizona too. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Definitely. It's kicked us around quite a bit, but we've learned to love it through the hard times.
Yes. We've had all of our spiritual path, like, stuff come for all our growth.
Oh my
that's
God,
what it is. That's what it is.
It's been deep.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We made it through.
Yeah, it's in my astrocartography is Saturn line, so it's been a lot of karmic lessons, and definitely. But Saturn will give you more blessings than Jupiter and Venus when you respond to your abilities and gifts. So I think we've been doing that, and now we're blue skies and sunshines ahead.
That's right.
So, all right. So we got another comment. Who's that?
Thank you. Noe's giving me a big hug and a big healing.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. And you know what?
She scared me half to death.
Let me say. So I didn't even tell Eric. Like I was driving home. I didn't tell him. I called him when I came into our community. I called him in the car. I said, "Listen, I don't want you to freak out."
And I already knew.
It looks worse than it is, but I need you to know I had a little accident. I'll be in shortly, But he was wonderful. He ran me a wonderful Epsom bath.
Yeah, with crystals and
crystals in
Epsom
there.
salt
and we put essential oils in there, and I just soaked. And I think it was just, the last several months have been just intense for me in general. I don't know where I am.
Yeah. Well, but, she's a Taurus rising. There's just been a lot of energy for, that type of placement and everything. But
so Urban Truth was born and raised in Texas.
Okay.
But visited Arizona. And yes, I have roots in Texas too. Our son is actually in Webster. And my family is originally from Galveston Island.
Yeah.
And so yes, I have my Texas roots. I used to joke with my dad. When he turned 18, he immediately left and went to the big city, New York. Yeah. And that's where I was born. But I always teased him that every good Texan has to go back to Texas to die. And
that's what he did.
That's what he did. But anyways,
So let's talk about, and hopefully you guys go to my website and sign up for the newsletter, because it's really beautiful and I'm proud of it. But we like to give you information and keep you updated with the current energies, gave you some tips for the summer solstice and the Capricorn full moon, and put the video in there and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely share some insights or feedback if you received the newsletter. I know some people like Sunny, she just loved it, and she loved Alana's graphics and stuff, and she said that it was beautiful.
Yeah. So please, yes, do sign up for our website. I work really hard. Newsletter. He tells me what I need to do. I work really hard to put it all together, expand upon it, do these different things. We try to be more than just, we try to really give you guys something to think about. Maybe you learn a little something. Maybe you integrate it into your daily practice.
And the E-ism this month is good. Yes, it's one of my favorite ones from back in the days.
Good. I liked it. I was like, all right, go ahead then. The actor's coming out of him.
Well, and I'll put it in the community so you guys can check it out. But I do want to also say,
and what I would say is, if you want to get this email, if you want to get this newsletter, email Eric your email. I will get it sent out to you because we already sent out this week, and then I'll add you to our regular mailing list. We really try and make our newsletters really comprehensive, because we try to only hit you my goal is to get up to 4 times a month, but we don't want to overdo it, but we want to give you guys something good. So Coco Locks is here. Hello.
Hey, I'm Coco so glad Locks.
You did not miss us. Peace and love to you as well.
All right.
And
Coco Locks. Coco Locks, I'm trying to find a linen or cotton, lock hat.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe you know where I can order one or find one because, like when I'm eating and stuff, and but I have a night wrap, it's like synthetic, and I want something that breathes so I can keep up my locks out of my face and all that stuff. So I used to have one back in the days when I had locks when I was acting and doing television, film, and modeling in New York, but that was a long time ago, and I cut off my hair, and then I don't have it anymore. So I need one. And I knew where to get it in New York. I could just go 125th, whatever, and get the knitted ones. But I don't know in Arizona.
Well, Coco Locks, let us know.
Or knowing may
where
know
we need to go.
if there's a place.
How we need to do that.
Maybe knowing of a place in Phoenix.
Because they have lock hats all over, but we are trying to up level and be about the higher frequency things.
Linen, wool, and organic cotton.
So this is my linen dress. So I'm trying to be in cotton, linen, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I figured because linen runs at 5,000 bits of energy, the frequency, the what do you call it? Synthetics actually run close to death. So I figure if I get so a lot of things I get this one is a 50-50 blend. So I don't know what the one synthetic is. So we're probably I still had to think that 5,000 and then the linen, the other one's running at 10-ish or something. We're still above. I'm still winning. I'm still winning in the frequency game.
Winning.
Yes, winning. But no, no one wanted to know, had you seen the Kendrick show live stream?
No, actually I didn't. I heard it was a good concert though. I heard somebody overhype and they were like, oh, it's the best concert ever. I don't know about that, but tell me, how was it and where could I see the replay somewhere? I didn't know about it, but I heard he performed the Drake disses and stuff. I would like to see it. I've actually never seen Kendrick perform, so I'd be interested to see that. I think he's really talented. I hope that more intelligent and conscious hip hop can be pushed up and pushed out. But that's a change to the powers that be in the music industry. But there needs to be a movement where, the audience has to demand it as well, right? If people stop supporting and listening to the mumble crap rap, then they'll be forced to play more high vibrational music, bring back the Rakim Karis one and just more intelligent rhymes like Kendrick, J. Cole and stuff. I mean, J. Cole's little summer joint was pretty low vibrational. I was like, I get it. It's a summer joint, but I'm just he's too good for that. It's J. Cole sometimes, as talented and as smart as he is, I think he still holds on to dropping, and maybe it's just directed by the label and he can't help it. And, he's just kind of a slave to it. And I get that too. But I can't, to be honest with you guys, I can't listen to low vibrational music anymore. I just don't have the capacity or the space. And I'm not judging anybody that does. It just doesn't work for me anymore. But I've always been this way. She'll tell you even when she met me, but even my rhymes and stuff, I do intelligent, conscious hip hop. And that's what I've loved my whole life. That's what I grew up on. So I was that kid that even back in the days, I respected Jay-Z and Biggie, but I didn't always love their lyrical content because I thought some of their stuff was just too low vibrational and ignorant. Even in the 90s, I was like that. I've been woke. Okay.
Been woke?
Been woke. But let's get to the
cusp. How woke are you? Okay, let's get to what?
Cusp of Magic. Okay. We'll get back to the chat. So the Cusp of Magic this year, because it's leap year, normally from the 19th to the 23rd. It's a 5-day orb, people. Not 7, not 9. It can switch based on the year. This is the leap year. So it's not the 19th to the 23rd. It's the 18th to the 22nd. But use your logic of numerology, like Lloyd Strahan, right? Numbers and you, and I should hopefully be on this podcast in July. It's 28th degree, 29th, 0, 1, 2. And many astrologers, just so you know, will use a 2 or 3 degree orb. They won't even use the 5. They'll do 29, 0, or some will do 29, 0, 1 degree. But 27 is the end of the energy. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 is the end completion, right? 28, you're ingressing into the next sign. So that's what creates the cusp energy. You are either a Gemini or a Cancer, but when you're on the cusp of magic, you will pull in and feel both of those energies. And yes, you could have a Gemini sun and a Mercury Cancer, or a Cancer sun and a Mercury Gemini. So that too will kind of give you that feeling. You have to look at the entire chart. But you got Meryl Streep, Errol Flynn, Dirk Nowitzki, Felicia Rashad, Hope San Miguel, one of my clients and people that come here live. my cousin's wife, Tawana Burnett. There's a lot of people. I said Meryl Streep. Oh, not Reese Witherspoon. She may be on here, but another actress. There was somebody else that was pretty interesting. But this is a really interesting cusp. I mean, one thing you have to understand when you have, and knowing with the Gemini energy, but when you are the mutable masculine air sign mixed with the cardinal feminine water sign, the Cusp of Magic people, it's like they know how to handle things at work and then come home and nurture the kids and get busy in the kitchen. Like they're really the Jack and Jane of all trades. And there's this deep inner knowing. But they have this deep inner knowing and this like intuitive feel. So the way that they perceive language and sales and marketing and business, they can be quite genius and quite brilliant. Obviously the names I told you are pretty impressive, but I even think about my husband's wife, my cousin, right? She's like super intelligent, super smart, and a great mom. And, it's really a powerful cusp. It is the cusp of magic. And I do know Felicia Rashad, and her son is like my cousin, and met her numerous times, and then also in personal life, but then also worked with her on the second iteration of the Cosby Show. Okay, the one in the late 90s. So with Dougie Doug and Bill Cosby. So I worked on that with her as well. And she is just so serene and spiritually so grounded and just very, like you feel like she's a mother. You know what I mean? Like she is just this nurturing mother, and the way she speaks, she's really a wonderful woman, Felicia Rashad. And so, yeah, that energy is really magical. They just are. You know what I mean? So that's the Cusp of Magic. And, you can watch, I've got 2 videos on the cusp, and I've also done it before in live. So, I've got a bunch of Cusp of Magic videos right now. It's on the homepage. So check that out. But now the solstice. Go ahead. Well, no, I was just going to say, when you look at the solstice, the moon's in Sagittarius. And, it's right before, the moon goes void, right before it goes into the full moon. And, we're dealing with this moon squaring Saturn tonight, right? That energy. So on the solstice, you're having that kind of square, and the Cancer sun at 0 degrees is also in that quincunx to Pluto in Aquarius. So it's really an interesting energy to start this illumination of the length of days and summer and the longest day of the year. So I think, we really have to kind of come back home. This is a time for family, nostalgia, safety, security, but really understanding that with this full moon just tomorrow night, right after at 9:07 p.m. Eastern, 6:07 p.m. Pacific, we are really bringing in new beginnings, new energies. Okay. And really understanding that we have to create the family, whether it's blood or the family we create ourselves, that is spiritually supportive, caring, compassionate, and empathetic and supportive to us. And energetically, the cosmos are lined up to really bring us back home to ourselves and to our heart chakra at this time.
So Knowing had a question, and she says, is this relevant to her as a Gemini sun, Cancer rising, or just the sun sign cusps?
It's a celebration of the people born in the cusp in terms of their birthday. I think it could be relevant just in terms of the sun in transit in your chart, in terms of how you feel. More so tomorrow morning, but even now, like for everyone, whatever house, like Gemini's in my 8th house. Well, now the sun is gone to my 9th house in Cancer, her 3rd house in Cancer. So for you in this 1st house, right, the Cancer rising, it's like when the sun is in transit, it's like even if you were a Capricorn or Aquarius, we all take on some of the identity and personality of the Cancer sun during this season through the lens of the house that you have Cancer in. So in your I am personality ascendant, you already kind of show up your aura, your energy that people see, right? That representative, your auric field, people see you as a Cancer more often than as the Gemini, right? So, this is definitely an important time for you and very relevant for your own life,
Priya's here.
Hey, Priya.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, Priya is the best. And you guys will see, I'm going to be doing a testimonial for Priya. Had an amazing quantum energy reading and healing with her yesterday. And it was so powerful. Can I tell you, Priya, I have been I'm always a workaholic with my cat Moon. But I mean, today I was putting it in, networking, doing podcasts, client, chart readings. I connected with Alana and I went by this beautiful, and I'm going to have her on the podcast, this beautiful crystal spiritual store called Missy's Mysteries in Scottsdale.
And it's here in Scottsdale, and I'm so excited. She's such a lovely woman.
Yeah, and she's got a psychic or a spiritual fair tomorrow. So I'm going to go and visit it after Coffee Talk. But next month, she does them every month. And next month, I will be able to be there to do live readings and talk about astrology with people.
Hey,
so I'm really excited. Hey, Shelly. And so that's really cool because I want to get more out in the local community. And this is a great place. And maybe some other things with her in the future, but you will get to meet her on the podcast. So I just want to announce tomorrow I will be releasing, as you saw in Community, episode 218 of my Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast with my amazing returning guest, galactic historian, Debbie Solaris. And she shares her ET connection story. And we get into aliens and UFOs and just what's playing out in the galactic right now with the Galactic Federation for us here on Earth and just really what's going on, but what will be going on in the future too. So make sure you watch that episode.
I do want to see that. For if you have any kind of interest in starseed stuff, alien stuff, anything like that, she's amazing. Yeah. She is an Akashic Records reader,
master teacher.
Yeah. She's actually stopped doing private readings
and just teaches now.
And we have been blessed to just connect.
And be friends.
Become friends. She's come to our home for dinner.
And she'll be back over in October.
Yeah, so I'm crossing my fingers.
And we may have some things in the works. Yeah, we may have some things in the works.
But she's phenomenal and she's so full of knowledge. And so it's really worth it to see it. Temptress, the Enchantress.
Hey, Temptress.
I missed you. I see you and thank you. Yes, I am up and feeling
She's so much better. Yeah, thank you, Temptress.
And yes, Urban Truth Seeker says sounds interesting. She's amazing. She's for those who are into the Gaia television.
She was on Beyond Belief on Gaia.
Beyond Belief and just different things. She's done a lot of work. She's truly, truly amazing.
Yeah, and because of the fires, they canceled the this festival in California that she was going to present at for Contact. It was like the ET Contact Festival or something, some sort of conference, and they actually canceled it. She just got just found out about it right as before we were going recording our podcast. But I'm very excited, and make sure you go back and watch. I hope you guys really have been checking out some of the.
If you missed some of it. Look for some of his stuff.
Amid
is amazing.
Amid Diaz.
Priya is amazing.
Priya was amazing.
She's here right now. Marie Lucinda, she has an amazing story. And
that was a while back.
But I know it's a while back. I think it was like 150-ish, maybe.
Well, she came on twice. I don't know.
She came on twice. But anyways, I think her first, both of them were good. But I think her first, if you haven't seen her, check out the first podcast that she was on. It's like 150-ish or so. She's really, really powerful, and I just so resonated with her
shaman
story.
Surgeon.
She's another person who's become a.
But also, Human Design Explained with Miss Kelly Rowland. She's amazing, brilliant, young. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
we'll get to the Glendale store. You mean the astrology store?
Yeah.
In Glendale?
Oh, yeah.
Do you work there, Temptress? Or you just closer to that?
She's close to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
We are going to go there.
We are
and I'm
going to
try to
go
connect with
there.
them.
We are definitely going to go there.
But this place, Temptress, they said, we're editing now and we got to get it to publishers. But she said she would carry my book, and I may do a book signing there.
And we could do a book signing in both locations. Why not? You know, our goal is to really start getting out. Obviously, it's easier for us to get out in areas that are in Arizona closer to us. So I'm thinking I want to do I'm going to set up a book tour when I ever get this all done. It's amazing how much detail goes into this. We really want to put out something super special and different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's very unique, but the last stages are extremely tedious. And you got to realize we're trying to do this while I'm still working with you guys, working with my clients. And then this Saturday, are you guys coming? Temptress, Knowing, Urban Life, Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric this Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon Eastern, 2 hours for $20. I'll be teaching a lesson on the 12 house zodiac wheel, breaking down the meaning of all 12 houses, which is super important and informative. Then in the second hour, I'll lead it, but as a group, we're going to break down the chart of Saturn retrograde in Pisces, June 30th to November 15th. So this coffee talk will really help you, guide you for the next 5.5 months with some great, powerful information. And you guys know you gotta honor Saturn karmically and spiritually. If you don't respect Saturn, it will kick your butt, Lucy. Okay? And when it goes retrograde, it's an important coffee talk. So you can email me at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. You can pay PayPal, tailored to you, coaching@gmail.com. PayPal as a friend, or Cash App, okay, $T2UC. All right. So, but just email me and I'll get you the link, and I'll be sending out the link late Friday night, and it will still be open so you can pay and book it. But one thing I want to say about the summer solstice energy too, as it transitioned, obviously we're going to get into Cancer the Crab, break down Cancer season, the energy of Cancer. But with this Capricorn full moon, it's extra illuminated, and this moon is going to be closer to the earth. Okay, it's going to be really big and bright in the sky. So please put out your moon water in a glass container, right? And put crystals in it, right? Priya would tell you, as she said on her episode, she likes to fill up her container with like tons of crystals. I'm thinking like 1 or 2. Priya's like, put like 20 in, go in, right? That's that Gemini energy that Priya has. That's so brilliant. But, put in the crystals in your moon water, but put your crystals out to charge. And this is, it's kind of like with the T-square, it's kind of like a little karmic faded energy too. And this is where also we can sort of deal with some delusions where we could lie to ourselves, and some deception. So just be mindful of that, because you're having an outer sign T-square with Neptune and Pisces at 29 degrees, right? And I don't like to do outer sign like T-square stuff, but when it's a full moon or new moon, you can really see that, and it's strong. So, think of it that Neptune almost being at the 0 degrees Aries, T-squaring the Capricorn and Cancer, making that T. So the Cancer and Capricorn, right? Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon at 1 degree, and it's the outer sign T-square to Neptune and Pisces. So that's where it can bring in some fog, some illusion, delusion, deception. And this is where we have to kind of spiritually be centered at this full moon, right? To create these new beginnings. Pay attention when you have 2 moons back to back, right? In the same sign, Capricorn, and then one is Saturn Pisces, and one is Saturn Pisces retrograde on July 21st at the 29th degree. So you got one at the 1 degree and 29th degree. It's like God is painting this mosaic and telling a very powerful story so you can learn and heal karmic lessons in your life at this time and come back home. And family is what you make it and create. It doesn't have to be just blood. If blood is abusive, disrespectful, or mistreating you, then you have every right to say, bye-bye blood, I'll love you from afar. Have the healthy boundaries. Saturn and Pisces wants boundaries, compassion and empathy for yourself first, then to others, right? Even Temptress with, the 4 or 5 kids, because I think you got us beat, Temptress, right? And it's really important, but I can't emphasize it enough. And you've seen it in my different podcasts with even all these different spiritual people that I'm bringing on. They are acknowledging the importance of honoring Saturn and Pisces at this time in the spiritual discipline. And it's really important when it's in Pisces.
Absolutely. Urban Truth Seeker says that Capricorn rising, Taurus Sun. Oh, we didn't.
Huh?
You know what? You beat us to it. That's right. We're supposed to ask you that. What is your big three?
Well, they've been here before, but I just didn't remember it. But thank you for
okay.
sharing again.
Yes,
So Cap rising. What else?
Taurus Sun, Aquarius Moon.
Oh, Aquarius Moon in the second house. The Taurus Sun in the fifth. Yeah, so you definitely have a lot of creative energy, and through your discipline and hard work, but just honor your Sagittarius 12th house. I don't know what you have there. You could have Uranus or Neptune, depending on how old you are. Maybe nothing except for the galactic center. But remember, you don't have to be a slave to the I need to have, and this is a man, correct? Yeah. That I need to have the wife, the kids, the picket fence, the dog. Because your subconscious mind, like really like what your true, and I want you to be honest, right? True urban seeker, your true desires, you want to travel the world, you want freedom, you want to pontificate and expand your mind and horizons and gain knowledge and explore the globe, right? You want to globe trot. So when you can honor that in your heart, but in your spirituality, right? Because Capricorn risings, I know the energy well. I've got 2 boys with it. They can put a lot of pressure on themselves to want to follow the rules and self-restrict and this and that. And so, that Taurus Sun in the 5th house, you're here to light up the world with your creative endeavors. I'm sure you can be nice with the painting, the sculpting, designing, poetry, singing, rhyming.
Wow, 100.
Yeah, like you could do it all, And Taurus, remember, if you're being honest, you'll tell me you probably drove a little too fast in high school and college years. Okay, maybe got pulled over, maybe almost had a little bad car crash accident, but obviously you're still here, so that's a blessing. But honor that Taurus Sun, because that practical, pragmatic energy. And knowing you, I would say you probably do love some old school R&B and soul. You might like Marvin Gaye, Temptations, some Frank Sinatra, some old school reggae, R&B, pop, hip hop.
He's laughing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's and then the Aquarius Moon, you should just be a coffee talk. I should see you tomorrow, coffee talk, because I collect Aquarius Moons. All right. And I created a safe space. My 11th house crew, God bless you. I love you guys because, Coffee Talk is that place where you're not weird. You're not crazy. You're into astrology. Well, guess what? All the people that run this world, they're into astrology too. And they use it for their good and to manipulate and control us. So we need to understand it and learn it so we can use it to benefit us. And I really work with people one-on-one to become a Jedi. Not that you can change things from coming, but that you could see it and that you understand that the world's not ending, that this is a temporary experience, and you know how to integrate and understand the energies to optimize your life and the remembering of your soul, which is the natal birth chart.
Okay, so he said you're right on point, Biggie.
Yeah.
Now, Temptress said Monday's her big day, Cancer Sun. But I have Saturn and Uranus in the 8th house. So now I'm getting nervous with what you're saying about Saturn.
Don't get nervous with Saturn, right? And your Saturn and Uranus in 8th house, what sign are they in? But don't get, I believe, is that Scorpio or Libra? But either way, do not get nervous. No reason to get nervous about that, or it could be Sagittarius. I don't know how old you are, Temptress. But, what you have to understand is that, number one, even though it's illegal, always pay your taxes. Because when you have Saturn in 8th house, number one, you could live a longer than average life, but you can go through a lot of sudden windfalls of money and sudden losses of money. But you always got to pay your taxes, right? Even though it's totally illegal what they do to us, you you don't have the lawyers to fight against the government. So you got it with Saturn there. That's the government checking out your finances and resources for you and hubby. So make sure you always handle, April 15th, get them in, get the taxes in. That's important for anybody that has that. But you can tap into the spirit realm. You could probably be an amazing doula, midwife, a death doula. You may be able to communicate with those who have transitioned into, the afterlife, or, even right now with the veil being so thin, you may start to see different elements or spirits or elementals. Taurus rising. Yeah. So I was right. Sagittarius there in the 8th house. So, yeah, you could definitely, you're Taurus rising like wifey. So with Uranus there in Sagittarius, right, you are here to literally like fracture and break the structures and systems of the dogmatic organized religion, right? And really kind of, and you may have even clashed heads with a grandparent or your dad about religion growing up, where you were like, no, that don't make no sense to me. I'm not jiving with, you still may love Yeshua and Jesus, but you're like, I'm not jiving with the Baptist church. I'm not jiving with the Catholic church. And you may want to create your own identity and spiritual beliefs and freedom. And that's what the Uranus Saturn there is clashing, those battles. Okay. So let's talk about Cancer the Crab.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Cancer the Crab. Y'all are deep. So the cardinal, the first water sign, the 4th sign in the zodiac wheel, right? And the first cardinal sign, or the second cardinal sign after Aries, right? It is feminine energy, so more intuitive and receptive, not feminine like women, female, but feminine like receptive, intuitive. And Cancer is, even though it's I know is more Aquarius, but it is I feel, because what they feel, it's knowledge. So where Scorpio is empathic, Pisces is intuitive and psychic, Cancer is just, they know it because they feel it. They feel it in their stomach, in their chest and breast, whether it's a man or a woman. Okay. And Cancers, they can retain a lot of water. So if you're a Cancer rising, sun or moon, you definitely need to drink a lot of water, but your weight can fluctuate at times, and you have to kind of track. That's why it's good to book my moon tracking service, not to toot my own horn, but it's a beautiful service because you really go through the month cycle of the moon in each sign in each house. It switches every 2.5 days, 60 hours, right? And with anyone that has a Cancer sun moon rising, right, which is now Temptress, you can book a birth chart sale, right, 103 for the Cancer birth chart sale. Cancers, you really, you definitely want to pay attention to the moon, because it can show fluctuations just even in your body, chest or breast, your stomach, or in your face, depending on the placements in your chart in terms of retaining water. But Cancers are very funny. They're very protective and can be kind of private and secretive, not the way that Scorpio is, but they're just, remember, the crab moves sideways, right? I got my eye on you, I'm peeping you. They're slow to trust because they have the hard outer shell, because they're just soft and sensitive and mushy on the inside. They can be very moody, especially Cancer moons, but the sun signs too. But you can't play with them. Like, number one, Cancers are number one in terms of like violent psychological killers. Literally bloodbath, the whole room, like everybody would just be dead. Cancers will black out and they'll just be sitting in a corner shaking like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Like everybody's dead. Like Cancers don't play. Like, so when Cancers lose it, you better run. Okay. Cancers they will body everybody. But that's not who they really are. That's when they get pushed to like, where they feel threatened. And then those crab pincers have to come out and they're like, ha! Give me your nose. I'm taking it off your face, right? But Cancers are really pure. So Cancer and Leos, remember, they have only one ruler, the sun and the moon. So they're what they're called in Vedic, the Sattvic. They're very pure signs, pure energy. Cancer, sun and moon, very pure. Leo, sun and moon, very pure. Okay? Doesn't mean that they're angels, but it's just there's a purity about them, right? And Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Because why? Jupiter is the teacher, preacher, professor. So who's your first teacher? Hopefully, tu madre, right? And we just had Father's Day, which was great. And she planned a great Father's Day for me. I hope you guys out there took care of your fathers or your husbands and had a great Father's Day. We went to Top Golf and had a ball, and it was so much fun. And thank you for all of your wishes to me and my dad in heaven. I really appreciated that. But, Cancers are about family, about home, the barbecue, the cookout, the family reunions, summertime, the beach, the very nostalgic. Cancer and Taurus, that sextile, that is the strongest sextile in astrology, because Taurus and Cancer have a lot of similar traits, right? They're both feminine, one's fixed, one's cardinal, right? But Taurus is about family, security, practical, pragmatic. And Cancer is about home, safety, security, and family, and nurturing things. So that's a very strong sextile that Cancer and Taurus people have a very strong bond with one another as well. Okay.
So Coco Lot said that she no longer has lots. So sorry for this.
Oh my God!
She had them for 13 years.
Okay.
But this is an old.
This is my
natural now.
Okay, but I like the natural. Okay.
She said you may want to use satin silk hair, satin silk pillow. By the way, she is a oh my gosh, was it a Cancer? Sorry, she's a Cancer, birthday 6/29. I'm learning these things. He's the expert.
Yeah, it's the 6/9.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying her birthday is 6/29.
Yeah. So June 29th, right? So you're coming up on Friday. Okay. So definitely reach out if you want to do the birth chart sale, either live or the custom video summary. It will blow your mind, huh?
Knowing is saying Cancer rising isn't as pure as the Cancer moon and sun. What?
Oh, I didn't say it's not as pure. Okay. I just was talking about the sun and moon because they're luminaries. Cancer rising, well, it is actually pure in the sense that the ancients felt that the Cancer rising was the first or the real authentic chart, not Aries, because the sun is exalted in Aries, right? 10th house, independent, having your own career, being a leader and a boss like you are, knowing. And then the Cancer ascendant makes sense, right? Because you're born from who? The first house, tu madre, your mother. Right. So it does make sense that the real authentic chart is Cancer, because the second house, who goes to work and, ancient times, right? The dad would go and set the family values and go make the money. So Leo. And in the third house, Virgo, right? You get critical analytical teaching when you go to school, right? You start to go out of the home and your local community, and you have to analyze and assess things, crossing the street, getting on the school bus. Then fourth house, Libra, home. That's the thing. And people don't say this, and I want to share this knowledge. Cancer risings can have a lot of trouble in the home growing up because of the Libra in the fourth house. Things can be out of balance too much. Depends on what planet you have there, but a lot of times Cancer risings feel like they were the scapegoat in the family, that they sometimes got blamed for things that they didn't do or had to deal with, being the between even mom and dad, or in between the older and younger siblings. So a lot of Cancer risings sometimes can experience some, I don't want to say turmoil, but some challenges depending on what you have there in the fourth house. But definitely it's an interesting energy. But yeah, Cancer risings, they're very much about their business. Cancer, Capricorn access the sister signs, because your other half, the seventh house of business partnerships, relationship, and marriage, Capricorn. So Cancer risings can sometimes date older men or women, right? Depending on who you are and who you date or marry. But also you can have these business partnerships, and you're very much about your business. With Capricorn in the 7th and Aries in the 10th, Cancer risings about their business, right? Just ask Michael Jordan and ask Knowing, business mindset. All right. Go ahead.
No, that's
okay. So, back to the Cancer energy too. Cancer, just talk about the sun right now mainly. So freaking funny. Cancers are really good stand-up comics. They're very funny. They have like a snarky type of humor. They can be very quick, but it's very, I don't know. It's not as dark as like a Capricorn, right? I think about Jim Carrey or the Capricorn, but Cancers are there's something that they just know how to relate to others, right? They're very relatable. I will say that in terms of their humor. So it's really funny. Oh, what's the guy we saw? You should watch him. He's pretty funny.
Joko.
Joy.
Joko.
Joko. He is really funny. We just saw his stand up on Netflix. It was really, really funny.
So Aga Montez says,
Hey,
you are
Aga.
describing her life. Is she new?
She's not new to me.
Oh.
She's a client, but she's new to the live. Welcome, Aga.
Okay.
So good to see you. And
Hi,
yeah,
Aga.
and and hopefully
I haven't been here in a few weeks, so you've gotten all these different people that I maybe haven't seen.
Yeah, well, this is Aga's first time on the live, and then Aga, if you want, you can share your big three with the group if you want. But yeah, and Aga is really talented as working with ingredients and stuff, and doing the sunscreen and the different things. Yeah,
okay.
that's her. Yeah, she does.
Now I know who you are.
Yeah, I told wifey about you. Yeah,
nice to meet you. What's that little formulator?
She's a formulator and just really gifted at it. And hopefully you heard back for the job interview, Aga. If you want to share, let me know. But that's really cool. But again, yeah, Aga Coffee Talks tomorrow. Really cool. 12 o'clock noon Eastern, 2 hours, $20. I'm going to go to the 12 houses, break it down, all the meanings, and then Saturn retrograde in Pisces, June 30th to November 15th. That's going to be a good one. But, I want to just also share about the Cancer sun sign, you guys. They can be very pure in relationships. Cancer is very loyal. And the only way that they get to a place of cheating is when they feel insecure, because security is one of their key words. So if they feel insecure about the relationship, right? And you have to look at other placements, right? You never base like if someone would cheat or not just on a sun sign. You can't do it. But I know that one thing is if they feel insecure or that they could potentially be getting cheated on, then they can dip out in the relationship. For the most part, though, they can be, they want a long lasting commitment because they're always looking to build family, and you'll hear like through their language, oh, I can't wait till you meet my mom, or, oh, you'll have to come, like it could be like February, and they're like, oh, you'll have to come to the family cookout in July. And, so they're like planning future events. Like those are the types of things that Cancers, that's like their way of, part of their love language. So food and introducing you to their parents, that's, or very close friends, that means you got them, or that means that they really are about you and they really love you. Okay. And Cancers can be very good. This is just a generalization because you have to look at the Venus and the Jupiter, right? And you could book a love chart reading with me. Okay. Just so you know, FYI, obviously, if you're doing the Gemini birth chart sale tonight to midnight, or just Cancer until July 21st, you email me directly at BigEAstrology.com, at gmail.com. But on the website, we just had an issue, so we have to see if we can fix it. Right now, you cannot purchase the live natal chart. It's $150 on the website, and yeah, somebody just got an error. I told you. Yeah. So she's going to see if she can fix it. So because I just have no clue, but so she's going to see if she can fix it. So if you want to purchase that and you want to do it through the website, it may just, if it's not working, just email me directly at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. But I think it just may be that one service because someone got an error reading. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know and put it out there in the collective if people are watching. But everything else should be good. Technology it's so great, it's so good and helpful, but there's always sometimes new things or new adjustments, or when you're making changes, it can create such drama and hiccups. And you got to understand the back end of things. So, hey, we're 50 plus, so we're doing our best, and we're trying to figure it out. So, I need some Fiverr or some young millennial or Gen Zer to give me.
Yeah, somebody want to trade some WordPress
skills.
Some techie people, and we're also trying to get his class in a downloadable format and get the whole. We want to have the whole community and all of that stuff, and we got to get that all set up.
Yeah,
So
we're
we're
creating some new things that are going to be really cool, and we're going to be doing some big collective offerings where you can become a subscribing member and receive like quarterly free transit readings, and be able to come to coffee talks for free, and it will be like a monthly monthly subscription. Tentatively right now we're looking at $35 to $40 a month, and you would be able to come to the free coffee talks, get a free transit reading every quarter, and things like that. So there's a lot in the works that we're doing creatively. And so, just stay tuned. We're really excited, and we're going to probably have to run in a few minutes because of picking up kids from football and dinner. But I will say this, with Cancer season, this is going to be a good time. But just remember, the Capricorn full moon repeats again. And actually, the Cancer new moon, I'm not sure of the date. It may be around the 13th or 14th, somewhere in there. But, I'll be obviously doing a video on it soon. And going to be putting up, hopefully this weekend, my part of fortune in the first house video, and get back to Ceres in the sign. So next up is Ceres in Scorpio. So, I'm moving, I'm grooving, staying busy.
It seems like there's so much to do. Intuitive Scorpio is here.
What's up, man?
57 minutes late, but that is okay. He. I'm so sorry.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Sorry about that, but we love you.
Yeah.
Still.
Thank
you for coming.
Hope you're doing well.
And
you guys, do me a favor, not just for tonight with the lives. Go back and just comment, fire emoji, thumbs up, thanks, whatever. But my podcast, the ones that I'm recording and editing and putting out, the Knowledge is Love with all the guests, please go and comment. It helps to grow in the algorithms. And make sure you watch Medical Astrology Explained with Heather Elin, my astrology teacher. That was super fun. We have On Mute with Priya talking about quantum energy healing and just so much more. Amit Diaz.
He's been Kelly Rowland, really amazing people to you guys to share this stuff. So do check out his stuff.
Loretta Taylor.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Angela Albertson. We've had.
He's got hip hop people coming in the next week.
Next week is going to be
really
fire.
Amazing. Like it's going to be really, really cool. So please, guys, continue to watch. Wait. So,
comment for me.
Solador Messages. Is here.
They're new.
You're
new. Share your big three.
Yes, and she says, will the Saturn retrograde affect Aquarius rising?
Oh,
she's still learning astrology, and she's excited to be a part of your teachings. You should come to Coffee Talk Saturday. Sorry. What he's doing on Saturday is he's going through all the 12 houses. And
so you can learn a lot.
It's a basic fundamental, or foundation, I should say, but it's super important, and there's so much nuance to it if you're really going to get into this and really understand it.
So Saturday would be great, and it's only $20. Just email me at BigEAstrology@gmail.com.
2 hours of teaching.
It's 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, depending on where you live, and just email me, and you could pay Zelle, PayPal, Cash App. But the first hour, we're looking at the 12 houses. The second hour, we're going to look at Saturn retrograde in Pisces, just what you're asking about. And yes, it will affect Aquarius risings. And it's going to be through your 5 senses, through your money, through your values, your self-worth, and your family. So you definitely want to come.
So, okay.
And what's your big three?
So share your big three.
Okay.
I think Temptress has left. If you have Temptress, thank you for tuning in. Alfred Montour Piera.
Okay, what's up, Alfred?
I'm sorry I messed up your last name. If you tell me how to pronounce it, maybe I'll put it in C. But good to see you. He said, "What's up, good brother?" If you are new,
share your big three. If you know, Alfred. Yeah, what's up?
And then let's see. Now, Urban Seeker says he's been listening to Loretta Taylor since seeing him here. And that is so awesome. See, that's what we're trying to do is create a network.
Right. Hold on, stop. But go and follow her. Give her some subscribers on YouTube, you guys. Loretta Sharing Group. She's sweet soul and spirit. and she's a spiritual life coach and does a lot of past life regression work. And, she's into A Course in Miracles and Dolores Cannon's work. Really powerful sister, and really just a really pure spirit. And she just put up a clip, and I'm going to share it here. Actually, I shared it in my shorts, talking about, on her podcast, talking about astrology and how it's, the map of your life and the remembrance of your soul, right? When you do the chart reading with you guys, I don't just give you an astrology reading. We go into deeper levels. So you really want to connect with me, because we get into reprogramming the subconscious mind, healing the inner child, right? A lot of astrologers don't do this work. So I get very psychological and intuitive with it. So please reach out.
So Alfred is from Humanities.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? Okay.
That's his middle school.
No, that's high school.
High school? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Manhattan East.
Manhattan East was the middle school. Sorry,
Okay, what's up,
wasn't there.
So, Alfred, do you know anything about astrology? You know your sun sign. I'm sure you know that. When's your birthday? So share that, man.
And so, sports kid. I have Saturn sitting over my moon, and it's been in Pisces for so long.
It's going to be there to February 2026, sports kid. Okay, so your Pisces moon. Listen, the way to deal with this, you guys, spiritual discipline, but also use your creativity and imagination. The Pisces moon is super artistic, super musical. Prince, Michael Jackson, Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Janae Aiko, Kanye West. Pisces moon, so Saturn is saying, hey, be disciplined, be grounded, have healthy boundaries in your life. No energy vampires, no haters talking bad about sports kid, right? If they are, deuces. Tell them, I think I gotta let you go, okay? And 15 to 30 minutes of some sort of spiritual practice every day, whatever you can do.
So Aga said that she wants to know, what is your big three? She's a super rookie. Sun.
Who wants to know this?
Aga.
Oh, Aga, yeah, it's just your sun. It's your sun, moon, and rising. Mm-hmm. So your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, that's the big three.
And Alfred said that, yes, he does. He says, you know how to pronounce it. And Aries, April 2nd. Aries,
April 2nd. That's powerful energy, man. That the early Aries, you're still... April 2nd, I think you may have just gotten into the second decan. So that's the Aries Leo decan. So that's, Alfred makes you a little bit more saucy and flashy. If I think I remember from high school, hopefully you didn't have a shearling. I can't remember if you rocked a shearling or not, or at least a leather jacket. You know how we used to do in Humanities, And I try to tell her, remember when, oh my God, do you remember when Decepticons came to the school? And we almost had this big freaking gang fight before in the morning. I don't know if you were there that day, yeah. But yeah. So Aries is, what I love about Aries is that you're very very pure.
He says you don't have a flat top anymore.
Nah, no flat top. No. I started growing this, but even when after high school, college, I started growing this when I went to Sullivan and in Maryland. Started twisting up the locks. But you know how I started it? Do you remember in high school, Rich Ricketts? Well, Rich died right before I was going in 91. He got shot July 4th weekend in the train station, Rich Ricketts, and he was growing little twists. And to honor him, I started to twist them. Plus, to be honest, I didn't trust the barbers down in Maryland because they didn't know how to really edge up and do fades properly for the flat top. So then I started twisting and growing my locks, and then it started growing and growing and growing and growing, and then boom. And then when I started doing acting in New York, television, film, and theater, and I started doing print modeling, the locks got longer and longer. And then I was on Oz, Sopranos, New York Undercover, Law and Order, Welcome to New York, the whole, But I ain't seen you in decades. I don't know if you were at the reunion. I heard it was dope, but yeah, shout out to you, man. So.
Okay, so Solar Door says Taurus rising, Aquarius sun, Gemini moon.
Taurus rising, Gemini moon.
And Aquarius sun.
Aquarius sun in the 10th house. So Aquarius sun in the 10th house. So you could really work in, something with science, technology, IT, health field, But when the sun is in the 10th house, it will face obstacles, but you will achieve your goals in life. Just stick to it. Don't ever quit or give up. And the Gemini moon in the second house, you could be very, very verbal. And you probably, if you think about it and slow down your mind, you have a sixth sense. But, you can also earn money through, like Reiki, massage therapy, even like a data analysis, things like that. But you could be very good at research, anything with communications, even writing, journalism, stuff like that. Gemini moon in the second house too. It's some good energy. Taurus rising is just dope, so hopefully you're a good cook, because Taurus risings can burn in the kitchen. I married a Taurus rising and I smile every day, and it's almost time for me to go eat dinner. Any last comments before I gotta go?
Let's see. Sports Kid appreciates the fam. Let's see.
And I'll let you got to click the thing out, and then you click the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that's about it. Okay. Well.
All right, you guys. We got to get the kiddos and then go. So hopefully I see you guys Saturday. 2 hours, $20. You can't beat it. And guess what? If you can't make it live, you can still pay and receive the knowledge, because I record it. You'll get all the videos and all the information and insights to learn about the 12 houses, especially what's in Sports Kid. It was Aura or Sports something Aura. The other name. Solador.
Yes, and don't you love it? I love it.
And Solador, if you can't make it live, you could pay the $20 and still get the knowledge and receive the information. So definitely reach out to me. And you Cancers out there, Sun, Moon, Rising, happy birthday, and it's your season. We'll be back on probably either next. I'll see my schedule next Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday in terms of live. But check out Debbie Solaris tomorrow, and then we're gonna have, oh my God, Elizabeth Broussard. She owns an amazing business. She makes hemp popsicles. And we talk about it, and I mean, it's so beneficial for your health and all that. Okay,
so hemp, but they have THC.
Yes, but she explains it. No. She explains it, right? Because her business is South Carolina, and South Carolina does not have. You can't. They don't even have medical marijuana there, and it's not recreational either. But she sells it everywhere, and it's really good for helping you with ADHD.
It is really good for calming your nerves.
Yeah, for the nervous system, for sleep at night, but also, no, seriously, for I know my mom, dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Right. So understand, they don't teach this, but at maybe 10% of the medical schools, the endocannabinoid system is in our bodies. That's what God put in us. So when we don't have CBD or THC, we are deficient. When you do have it, it can take inflammation from your body, from your brain. It can help you creatively. It can give you good rest, helps with joint pain and arthritis.
Absolutely.
So watch that episode. That's coming out next Wednesday. Yeah.
Had dementia, brain cancer, etc. And in the beginning, we had begun giving her some THC products and different
CBD,
things, and CBD, and it actually, she started speaking again.
Made her more verbal,
She became much more verbal. I mean, it was amazing to watch. And these are things that, for whatever reason, they don't want us to know. But that's okay. We'll talk to each other and we'll tell each other.
Yeah. So I'll let you click that,
right.
and then I'll
Thank you, guys. Love. Peace. Thank you. Thank you.
This was a lot of fun, like always.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I just set it up.
Okay.
So, all right, episode. Listen, I get so many, but this is episode. Tomorrow will be 218. Episode 217. Knowledge is love, and 218. Debbie Solaris. 219. Elizabeth Broussard. Stay tuned and stay watching. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology.